Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be testing out another pilot series, and the title of this pilot series is How to Beat. And in this edition of How to Beat, the title will be How to Beat Sean O'Malley. So let's start this video out with how not to beat Sean O'Malley. So how not to beat Sean O'Malley is being a grappler or grappling. Is your primary approach to beating Sean O'Malley. Is a right now, because it has not been proven in any way to be some big issue or concern for Sean O'Malley. It's definitely far overstated. You look at his record, he has all these wins and only one loss, and that was to Cheetah Vera via a calf kick, really, that set it all up. Nerve damage or nerve numbing, and then he couldn't get his foot placement, and Vera was able to follow him to the ground or pressure him, get him to the ground, and drop some ground and pound to, in the fight, but it was striking that, ultimately did him away. And then his other fight that wasn't a loss was a decision win where he broke his foot against Andrei Sukumtov early on in his career. And yes, it was him probably breaking his own foot on a kick, but a striking situation. And then you look at the Petr Yan fight, you might say Petr Yan had some wrestling success, but really a lot of that was attributed to the striking. He was able to have that success because O'Malley was respecting striking and really care for his grappling too much. And ultimately, at the end of the day, Sean O'Malley won that fight. So when I really look at Sean O'Malley, I see striking areas more so than grappling areas. Then he just fought pretty much the best grappler in maybe bantamweight history in UFC. And he held him to like no takedowns, I think, or no legit takedowns over Aljamain Sterling. And that was with like a broken rib and hadn't really trained grappling for that camp because he had an injury for like 3-4 months or something. So to whether that injury was big or not, it still, like, big or not, like whether he was injured or not, it was a big injury or not, he still held one of the best grapplers or the best grappler in bantamweight history to like 0 takedowns and really no grappling success before knocking him out in the second or third round. I think it was like the second round. So grappling is clearly not right now the best path to beating Sean O'Malley. Maybe someone else will, like Marab will come around and do it. Maybe Corey Sandhagen will mix it up and have great grappling success. But as I see it right now, grappling is not the key way to beat Sean O'Malley. What I would say is the key way, and I'm going to make it as simple as possible, is I would say striking. And really not just striking. That's not as simple to say, but it's striking. But what I would say is making the fight very physical, making the fight very painful, imposing will, pressure, and really inflicting pain on Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley's a long, lanky bantamweight with brittle bones and a brittle body. He has a soy boy body. He's not built for tough. So you got to remind him of that the whole fight. When you're blocking his kicks, get him with the tip of your elbow. Everything in the fight, make everything in the fight hurt. And also another thing, Pedro Munoz, that was a fight that kind of showed, even though he was a no contest, no contest, the fight didn't end. And he probably was going to beat Pedro Munoz anyway, whether it was Pedro Munoz actually outlanded him or had great success. If it went to decision, they probably were going to give it to Sean O'Malley regardless if it was close enough. So, but still, he saw how his output was not the same and how uncomfortable he was when Pedro Munoz kept attacking his legs. It didn't have the same effect as in the Marlon Vera fight. But you could see he still had concerns and, it slowed down his offense definitely through that first round. We don't know what would happen if the second round played out more. We don't know what happened in the third round, but definitely you could see in the first round, it definitely frustrated Sean O'Malley and it kept him off his groove. So he don't like to be kicked in his skinny legs. He got soft feet. Well, he got brittle feet, brittle legs, brittle bones. And the fact that he had rib injuries, training for the Aljo fight, this showed like he's a brittle guy. So don't just think it's exclusively just the legs. The legs have been, issue to his fight. Well, his legs and feet have been issues in 2 fights. But don't just think it's just the legs and feet. That's a good area to target. Well, 3 fights really, because the Pedro Munoz fight he has issues. The Vera fight he got finished. The Sukumtov fight he broke his foot. So yeah, definitely a key point, a red area to attack the legs. Calf kicks, inside leg kicks to throw off his jab. Outside leg kicks, at the end of your combinations, those are good things to do against Sean O'Malley. But yeah, the man's brittle, so And also, I think body shots. I have not really seen anyone target his body. And typically in MMA right now, even at the supposed to be the most technical weight class, like 35, 25 in the sport, I'm not really saying it is much consistent body snatches. That would be a good path to beat him. But I think Vera presents a good style. He's already beaten O'Malley, but I think he presents a lot of the key points to beat O'Malley. I'm not saying he's going to beat him. I'm not in this rematch, but I think Vera does present a lot of what you need to beat Sean O'Malley. And I think you need to stay on O'Malley. You don't want to go out there and reach in and like Aljo did. You want to stay on top of him, control the range, control the distance well. Stay in range, but like not in range, but not quite in range. So you could kind of stay at in range, so you could touch him. He could touch you, but at the same time, you could take a little step back, make a little sort of movement, and you could just avoid his shots and be right back on. Like, you take a little step back, you out of range, come back in, high guard, stab him with, tap him with some teeps to the body, tap him with some calf kicks, countering his shots, putting your high guard back on and staying on it, pressuring Sean O'Malley. And again, when you're defending, you're hurting him. And when you're attacking, you're hurting him at all points. And I would say a perfect style or a perfect representation of that type of style, other than, pretty much Marlon Vera's whole career, well, I would say the Sodiq Yusuff fight versus his Contender Series fight. I'm forgetting who he fought. Mike Davis, yeah. Sodiq Yusuff versus Mike Davis, where Sodiq Yusuff knew that the kicks were hurting him as well, to throw them with as much force as he was against Mike Davis, but he's like, I know I'm tougher than this guy. I'm going to break him. I'm going to keep throwing those kicks. Yes, it's hurting me. I'm probably have ice packs on my leg, but this guy going to have to be carried out of the cage. To go out there, blast those kicks. Like, he's checking them, blast them. He's not checking to blast the kicks. He's like, my shin versus your shin. That's the kind of mentality you will need to beat Sean O'Malley. And I feel like Marlon Vera could bring it. Well, I'm not even going to focus too much on Marlon Vera. This is just generally how to beat him, not how Marlon Vera should beat him. I think this is, if anyone wants to go in there and fight Sean O'Malley, this is kind of how the path they should be. I mean, they should kind of bring it if they have the capabilities. If you're not, that's not who you are. Come with different approach. But if you do have those capabilities and those attributes, I think smart. Nice guard, pressure, good defense, and again, hurting him on defense and hurting him on offense. So when you block his kicks, check his kicks, fire back, chew his leg up, inside, outside, calf kicks. It's really everywhere you're doing, you're hurting him. So if you're catching the kicks on the elbows, maybe sometimes even punching his punches or punching his kicks. Just again, touching the guy. Like this, at all points, touching O'Malley and pressuring him and making him feel your presence, pressuring him and inflicting damage on him, coming and going. And I think that style will break O'Malley down. Also high guard, having eyes, not just covering up and not saying, but covering up, but still having your eyes on O'Malley. And so you can see, openings. And then I think slipping and ripping to the body will be good, because that's not what a lot of people do. And I think what will set that up well is calf kicks and attacking with kicks a lot. It's kind of sitting in kicking range at points, and this really just annoying him, kind of like similar to how Pedro Munoz was able to frustrate him a bit, and that will force him to commit, because now he got to overcome that range and try to get in on the inside the box or get back to boxing range, and he's gonna want to get his points back. And that's going to cause him to be a little bit sloppy and leave him susceptible for counters. And those counters to the body, which he's not expecting as much. The body can't move like the head can. So rip him like a hook to the body, give him something different to look at, give him something different to think about. And then when you bring the hands down, then you can start to find those shots up top. First, it's going to just be a hook to the body. Just really sit on that hook to the body. He starts getting frustrated by kicks. He starts overcommitting, slip, ripping to the body, maybe one shot at a time. Another one big hook to the body. Next time, double up the hook to the body. Then next time, hook to the body, then hook up top, catch him right on the chin, might drop him, might sleep him. But again, got to mix it up and really, again, pressure and pain. Really, pain is the way to beat O'Malley. Man is built brittle. Again, not built for tough. Flick the pain on the brittle man. He's tough. I'm not saying he's a weak guy at all, but what he can't help is how he built. He might have created this persona. He might have been born this way, trained this way. But in the day, his genetics are those of a brittle soy boy. He got brittle soy boy genetics. That's his whole family lineage, brittle soy boys. But he was able to, make the most of those brittle soy boy genetics and turn himself into a great athlete, great fighter. But at the end of the day, his body is built very brittly. So as tough as he may be, his body still breaks like a soy boy. So pressure him, again, hurt him on offense, hurt him on defense. Annoy him and deal damage with those kicks, and then force him to make mistakes, and then make him pay for those mistakes. Really kind of like a chopping approach. Again, attacking those legs, attacking his body, bring those hands down, like, attacking level. So break the legs down, get him to come in, commit, or force him to make offense, force him to make mistakes, stay pressure on him, attack the body, hand drop, bring it, combo to the body, bring it up top, and then again continue pressuring it. Like, it's not about just one and done. Do this for as long as the fight needs to go, because the whole point is, I'm going to inflict pain on you as long as the fight lasts, or as long as you're in here. And whether you get a broken foot, broken shin, broken rib, and that ends the fight, or are you going to need to inflict pain on him for 25 minutes as he's the champion currently. I think that's the approach to beat him. And that's what I would say. So not grappling, but a nice high guard, educated defense, educated control of range. Smart strategy with attacking the calves, attacking the legs, continued pain, and inflicting pain and pressure on him every single bit of the minutes of that 25 minutes you can, every single second, or what. Not to say that you can go out there and continue offense, but you just got to have that mentality on you, locked in for 25 minutes. So it might be every other minute you might have some real good offense, but still, like, it's that pressure and that mentality got to be in there to do and execute that to beat Sean O'Malley. And that's what I would say is the path to beating Sean O'Malley, or the best path to beating Sean O'Malley that has been proven, or has shown the most proven path to beat him at this point. Because grappling, again, right now has not shown there's no historical track record of grappling doing anything against Sean O'Malley. And I think he's a very underrated grappler. Or his grappling is I'm not going to say he's a grappler, but I would say his grappling is very underrated. He's by far not no grappling victim. He's a solid his grappling is solid. It's world class for MMA. So don't just think that he's some guy that's susceptible to grapplers, and that's not the case. Again, I think it's definitely right now, striking is the more proven path to beating Sean O'Malley. As crazy as that might seem to some. So that's the video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more videos. Peace.